Hey everyone, what's up? It's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, then welcome. And if you don't want to miss out on weekly pick a card readings like this one each week for me, don't forget to subscribe. Today's pick a card reading is, what did they feel the last time that they saw you? Okay, and you know what's interesting is while I tapped into what they felt the last time they saw you, what also came through was the dynamic of what you guys are going through. So I'll be explaining that as well. Okay, so this video in particular had a lot of different dynamics come through for each of the groups. So there are times I feel like I'm kind of saying things and I'm all over the place. So I hope this makes sense to you guys. And again, you know, it's a general reading, so I mean a lot of different dynamics are going to come through for certain videos, and this was one of them. So just, you know, take what resonates, let the rest go. Also, thank you to everybody who has liked, commented, or subscribed. That means a lot to me. Thank you for all your support. Okay, let's get started. In front of me, I have 4 different options, each with a different shell. Choose the one that really calls out to you. This is Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, and Group 4. If you need more time, you can pause the video now, and if you know which one you want, you can go to the timestamp down below. Okay, let's get started. Hey, group number 1. Okay, so what did your person feel the last time that you two saw each other? Okay, so the song that came through for you guys when I looked at your cards is Fabolous with T-Pain, Baby Don't Go. Okay, and the lyrics in particular are, I'm trying to play cool and act like what you do don't faze me, don't faze me. Meanwhile, I'm sitting alone, trying to keep myself from going crazy. I want my baby back, but I know it's time for me to let you go. Oh, baby don't go, baby don't go. Okay. And really the whole song pretty much depicts what's going on with how they felt and the dynamic of you two. But we'll just stick with that. But I would check that out though, if you're curious to know the rest. Okay, so when they saw you last, they had all the feels, okay? No matter how they came across, okay? So like with the King of Air, this usually depicts somebody who's kind of coming across like with a poker face, not really revealing outwardly. I mean, they might have somewhat, but like a very like kind of stoic and collected person who only reveals what they want to, but inside, you know, I felt like you guys brought back this world of emotions that they have not felt since the last time they saw you, okay? So basically, I feel like it was like temporarily all felt right in their world again, okay? And I do feel like, you know, this love, this joy, this like excitement, this passion came through. And they also like, it's like they had this spark of hope that maybe, you know, it isn't over between you two. And, you know, like, I feel like they felt inspired by life again, and like anything is possible with the Star card here. And just like, yeah, just like this inspiration, this joy, this hope. And but along with that, you know, came also the reality though that you two aren't together. So I feel like it, and it's interesting, you know, with the sword here, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. So I also feel like they felt just as deeply like this hurt, you know, the reality of you two not being together. So yeah, so on one hand, it's like, you know, when they have this like the optimism part of them, they feel like, oh, you know, like everything's okay, they feel love, they feel joy. And then when, you know, the hurt comes through, it's like they cut off, they feel cold, they feel icy, is what I'm getting. So yeah, Okay, so along with that, I definitely feel like this person has thought about marrying you. And I see that they are very physically attracted to you. And you guys, you know, I feel like they are a passionate person. And you guys had a lot of chemistry. And I do feel like, you know, ultimately this person wants back in your life. This person currently feels though like being with you is kind of, it's a gamble. So I feel like it's risky to allow themselves to feel. Hence the cage. Whenever I see this, it usually means like they want more than ever to be able to give their heart away. And they do feel like you're a key, but you know, with the cage here, it's like there's a protective mode going on. So I do feel like they come across as being guarded. Okay, but regardless of that, know though that this person has a world of emotion for you. And deep down, I do feel like they feel like you're the one. It's just given your guys' circumstances and you two not being together, you know, it's almost like they feel like it's better to shut down. It's kind of like, I feel like this person compartmentalizes you, like literally, to like be able to deal and move on. So they'd rather almost kind of be in denial than to actually like face like the hurt of not being with you. And again, at the same time though, do know that, you know, they do feel for you though, and they did feel for you the last time they saw you. But yeah, the Fabulous song fits your guys' dynamic and theme and energy really well because he's saying, you know, I'm trying to play cool and act like what you do don't faze me. So whether, you know, like when they're looking at your social media and they're just kind of like, they're putting up a front, like they don't care, you know, do what you do and they don't care. Yet, like the song says, meanwhile, I'm sitting at home trying to not to go crazy. So again, that world of emotion stirring inside them, you know, and yeah, they're not sure what to do. So on one hand, like they should just let you go and move on once and for all. And then on the other hand, they feel like, no, you know, like with that star card, like we should give this another go. I really do feel like you are the one, okay? So yeah, group number one, this is what I see for you. A person who has intense emotion for you but feels very conflicted given where you guys are currently at. And I don't feel like they really know like how you feel about this connection. So again, they're kind of just coming across like they don't care even though they do, and guarded. Okay guys, if this resonates, let me know in the comments and what you make of this. And also if it did, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Hey, group number two. Okay, so what did they feel the last time that they saw you? Okay, so the song that came for you guys is so scandalous. Okay, so basically with this song, they view you guys like a baddie, okay? And they're highly physically attracted to you. And yeah, but I feel like this person is just as scandalous as they perceive that you are, okay? And it's, okay, so I'm actually getting that this is kind of a friends with benefits energy going on. So even if this was your ex, I feel like predominantly this was a very physical, intimate relationship. And yeah, so with the Page of Pentacles reversed, I don't feel like you guys spent a lot of time getting to know each other. Okay, the last thing that they felt though towards you was a lot of like a physical attraction, okay, and passion towards you. And I feel like they're kind of addicted to you, honestly. But at the same time, this is a current theme going on with the piles, is like they also feel like shut out from you. They feel like you are shutting them out of your life, basically, and like you want nothing to do with them, is the impression that I'm getting with this, okay? And I don't know if you gave them like some kind of ultimatum or something and said, look, you know, if you don't do this and this and this, like, we're no more. But it's something like that. And they currently just feel like you shut down and shut them out, basically. Yeah, and I feel like you guys are currently kind of like friends, so to speak. And I feel like you're just basically keeping it civil. Or maybe you really do talk as friends. So yeah, so maybe for some of you, this is like an ex connection where you guys literally are friends now. And for others of you, I think you're just saying that. Yeah. It's a very interesting, like, shades of gray kind of pile. I feel like it's going to be different circumstances for all of you. Okay, so there's definitely something going on here that feels risky to both of you. So, yeah, I'm not sure, like, it's almost like an element of not wanting to get hurt because somebody doesn't want to commit. But what's funny is they're coming across like they do want to commit. That is not really the energy of this group. But I also see, though, that they know that it would take some kind of fresh start and clean slate in order for that to happen. And I don't think they feel like you, at this point, would want that. So yeah, they're coming across like they do want to get to know you better, but part of me wonders if this isn't kind of a wolf in sheep's clothing, so to speak, and like they're really just more content in like carrying on with the whole friends with benefits type thing and not committing. But they really do feel like, though, that, you know, I feel like you see through them and that you're like, no, I want nothing to do with this. It's interesting. So I feel like you guys think it's too late to apologize from One Republic. That's what's coming through as far as this connection goes. Okay, so I feel like, yeah, some of you guys, you know, your person legitly does want something more like a commitment, and they know that it would take a fresh start. And others of you, I don't feel like this person's about that. They're cool with that friends with benefits thing. But either way, the song that's coming through in regards to this person with you is it's too late to apologize. So, yeah, and in fact, those lyrics to that song, I feel like matches your side of what went on with this person. Like, something about having, you know, something about, you know, thinking this person was an angel when they really weren't. Okay. That's interesting. But yeah, it seems like you guys both kind of think, though, overall, that this connection is kind of risky. And it could be the way that it started out, you know, if it was more casual and fling-like, friends with benefits type thing. So it's almost like I don't know if either one of you trust that it's going to be more. Okay. Again, general reading. Take it if it resonates. Okay, group number 2. This is what I see for you guys. Let me know in the comments, what do you make of this whole dynamic? And if this resonated, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Hey, group number 3. Okay, so what did they feel the last time that they saw you? Okay, so the song that came to me in regards to you guys is Awolnation's Hollow Moon. Okay, and the lyrics in particular are, I've been running from it all my life. There's nothing wrong with you. I've been searching for my right mind. Okay. And I've had to run away to prove that I've never been free. Like, okay, so, all right, I'm going to go into the dynamic a little bit before getting into what they felt, because it's kind of important for this. In fact, I find your guys' group probably the most interesting out of all of them. Okay, let's see. So, I feel like your person, like, kind of ran from this relationship and this connection, okay? And it's not personal, and they want you to know that, okay? So, okay. Yeah, and it's like it had to do with them, you know, really dealing with their own stuff. I don't feel like they know how to do that when with somebody, okay? And it becomes intense, and then they just kind of like jump ship. And it's not personal. It's just how they deal. Okay, but the last time that they saw you guys, okay, and it's interesting because the Four of Swords is a very like solitary card, okay? So it's definitely got the theme of like I'm doing me, but in regards to seeing you, what comes through is, and it's interesting because this kind of has a double-edged sword meaning to it. So on one hand, they felt, you know, kind of like an intense emotion, like intense emotions. Okay, I felt like, you know, love, joy, and everything that was good between you two came rushing back to them. And equally intense fear hit them as well. And that is as far as, you know, them feeling like, it's kind of like whatever it is that's got them running to begin with. It's like, yeah, like it hits them. And group number 3, you're dealing with a runner, okay? There's just no two ways about this. But then, you know, with the Four of Swords as well, it's kind of like, they also feel like, though, you know, seeing you again makes everything right in the world, and like they feel peaceful and calm and like themselves again. So it's like, what is going on with this dynamic? Like, which is it? Like, pick a side, you know? But looking at the other cards, it all starts to make sense, okay? Okay, so there's a few different things going on with this person. So on one hand, you know, with the Ace of Air reversed, I feel like this person isn't completely being honest with you in regards to who they are, okay? As well as with the Magician reversed. But here's the thing, though. They view you guys so highly, okay? So whether a guy or girl watching this, when I see the Queen of Cups, you know, you are regarded in the highest light, okay? So think Aladdin and Princess Jasmine, right? So Aladdin didn't reveal who he really was, which, you know, is considered not being honest, you know, Ace of Air reversed. But he was hoping to get her to fall in love, so by the time she found out, she wouldn't care, right? That whole theme. Your person has that theme going on, okay? And I think that is actually at the root of them running. They would rather run than deal, okay? With facing whatever that is about. Now that's going to be for some of you because this is a general reading. So for others of you, if it's not that, if it's not about, you know, something about them that they think you're not going to like, then this, all these aces and magician in reverse, I feel like they're just that much in denial about how they truly feel about you. And that is because of something else entirely going on with them that makes them run, and they just don't want to deal. Not currently. It's not that they won't, okay? Yeah. So basically, like, everything your person does is, like, kind of on the low. Like, the feelings they have for you, on the low. Who they really are, on the low. If it's something they're dealing with, they keep it on the low, okay? So this person, and I find it interesting, honestly, because this card is blue, which makes me think of the throat chakra. It's like communication is not their strong point, so they run. Instead of just talking things out and actually getting somewhere. So yeah, like everything with them is on the low. Also, I find it interesting that, you know, I just realized, yeah, like this moon card came up for you, and the song that came up that represents the theme of this is Hollow Moon. Yeah, it's interesting synchronicity. Oh, and not to mention, like, a lot of your cards are air cards, which the song also represents, like being out in space, air, you know. Yeah, and that also makes me think of, like, yeah, somebody just taken off, not really rooted and grounded in reality and wanting to Just, you know, like face things head on. It is possible you are dealing with a divine masculine, or it could be divine feminine, depending on who you're wondering about, who is currently in like a running phase. Okay, like it is a common theme where, yeah, you know, you could meet them and it could all be so intense, and that actually could be the thing that's coming up for them. It doesn't have to necessarily be something else. And they might not know what to do with it and just like take off. Yeah. And what's interesting is too, it's kind of like this person currently feels like they're at a crossroads and they have a decision to make. So, you know, they either like do things as they've always done things and like not communicate and run, or they face it and they communicate, you know? I literally feel like no matter what the actual context is, that's the main theme for this person. I know, I'm throwing a lot of different scenarios for you guys, but it's like a lot of different stuff is coming up because it's a general reading. So again, take what resonates with your situation. All in all though, it seems like, you know, with the book here, if they would just share a certain bit of knowledge, if they would communicate, I feel like things aren't actually as bad as this person views it, and they would come to see that, you know, and I do feel like you two would have an amazing relationship. So, yeah. Okay, so I feel like all in all, I kind of talked more about the dynamic than what they felt, but they do feel intense emotions, know that, okay? So I feel like I was saying, that love, that joy, peace, and like coming home feeling, okay? But like with the Four of Swords here, it's like a double-edged sword, and no pun intended, but like, and then like there's this intense, overwhelming feelings that come with it as well, kind of fear-like, and it makes them just be like, ah, and jump. And they also view you guys, I actually feel like they view you guys like an earth angel. So yeah, even if you're a guy watching, just like you guys have this light about you, and it's like, I just feel like, you know, they feel like you're like magic to them, and they're just highly attracted, and they think you guys are beautiful inside and out. And that's the other thing. So I feel like, you know, basically they've never met anyone like you before, and it's intense for them, and they fear losing you down the road. So it's almost like they just sabotage the connection early on so as not to be hurt sooner. Yeah. Or not to be hurt later. Yeah. Okay, group number 3, this is what I see for you guys. Let me know what you make of this dynamic with this person in the comments. I'm curious. And if this resonated, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Hey, group number 4. Okay, so what did they feel the last time that they saw you? Okay, so the song that came to me when I looked at your guys' cards was Blurry from Puddle of Mud. Okay, and the lyrics in particular are, I wonder what you're doing, imagine where you are, 'cause ocean's in between us, now that's not very far, can you take it all away, can you take it all away, when you shove it in my face, explain again to me, can you take it all away? Okay, so that pretty much sets the overall theme and energy for your dynamic with this person. Okay, so I get the impression that they did something and messed something up with you, and it's like they're feeling it, you know, they're feeling the loss of not being with you, and I just get the sense of kind of like they feel depressed, and like you two are worlds apart now, you know, with oceans in between us, and that they basically like imagine like, what are you doing now, what are you up to, what's going on in your life, and I feel like it really hurts that they're not able to talk to you either. Like when something happens throughout their day, you know, like they're really feeling that hurt. And yeah. Okay, so that's the dynamic. Now, how did they feel the last time they saw you? Okay, so a part of them felt like super excited, okay, and happy, and like it just ignited this like just a happiness that they haven't felt in so long, okay? And I just get like such a passion and joy and like a reunion feeling, you know, and just like kind of like that feeling like anything's possible again. Okay. But then along with that came the reality that you two aren't together anymore. And I'm just getting like all this hurt and this sadness and just feeling like really torn up inside and just real upset and like depressed, honestly. And it's kind of like, I feel like, you know, they still feel connected to you. I'm seeing with this 3 of Pentacles in particular. It's kind of like, you know, I feel like you guys have mutual friends and like they may even ask about you. I feel like they, with this person like looking like they're watching, they still watch you on social media, you know, their certain songs remind them of you, dreams, you know, they're still connected, I feel. But then with the Sun reverse and the Fool reverse, this person, you know, they've got a real dismal outlook on this as far as it having a chance to recover. And that's where the Puddle of Mud song comes through as well. And I feel like it just emphasizes whatever it is that they feel like they regret. They feel like they did something to mess this up, okay? Yeah. Okay, so I feel like, you know, I feel like they have a lot of emotion towards you and just like a lot of passion and just like there's a real intensity between you guys, and like I feel that. Okay, so I feel like when it was good, it was really good, and when it wasn't good, ooh, you know, I see like there could have been heated fights between you two, and I feel like that's what they think might happen again. And again, going back to the song, it's like when you shove it in my face, explain again to me, you know, it's kind of like I feel like they think, you know, they come back and try to say anything that you will just throw it in their face. Whether that's true or not, that's how they're viewing it. And yeah, they feel like they're getting past it. Whether there is or there isn't, that's how they view it, with the Sun reversed and the Fool reversed. So as far as like any action going towards, you know, contacting you or like just action period, I don't necessarily see it. Could happen. It's general reading, but currently the energy is showing that it's not happening. Okay, so. But yeah, I mean, like I said though, definite. See, the dominant energy though, as far as the last time they saw you goes, is fire. So it definitely shows me, you know, the intensity of when, you know, a part of them felt like, ah, yay, like joy and alive and excited and passion and love and, you know, again, like anything's possible, fireworks, and just very alive. And then the other one is just like, you know, kind of like when you feel like you've been through the ringer, you know, reality hits them and they're just like, oh my gosh, like this is my new reality and it's nothing that I want. I feel like, you know, it's just that feeling of like kind of surviving, basically, is what they feel without you. Yeah, and it's just kind of like they're going through life kind of like the Puddle of Mud song, you know, like you guys are worlds apart currently, and it's like living without you is just kind of like everything feels kind of like hazy and blurry and like a dream and just real, like not real, basically, for them. Okay, group number 4, this is what I see for you guys. Let me know what you make of this dynamic in the comments. And if this resonated, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys.